So today I'm going to introduce you guys a story, and it's called The Lion and the Mouse. Okay, so it's a fable. We're going to use a new strategy. It's called the anticipation guide. So what anticipation means, it's kind of waiting for something that you don't really know what's going to happen yet. So we're going to use a prediction strategy. Do we all know what prediction is?
Yes.
So what we're going to do, it's going to help you with kind of getting you curious and excited to know what this book is about. So if we look at our sheet, there's a before column and there's an after column. Right now we're gonna read these statements before we read our fable to kind of get those curious thoughts and get us interested in what we're about to read. So if we look at our very first box, it says, looking at the picture in the book, the lion and the mouse are friends. So I'm going to show you this picture. Can everybody see?
Yes.
So from this picture, I'm going to try to analyze it, and I'm going to see, are the lion and the mouse friends? I'm going to kind of look at their facial expressions. I'm going to see how they're acting in this photo, and I can kind of see that the lion, he looks like he's a little curious, maybe even a little mad at the mouse, and the mouse is kind of cowering in the lion's hands. So I don't think that they're the greatest of friends. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a D in that first column because I disagree. I do not think that they are the greatest of friends. So in our before column, we're either going to be writing a D for disagree or an A for agree. Okay, and just remember as we fill out the rest of the anticipation guide that this is all opinion based. We don't know, we haven't read the story yet, we haven't gone through the fable, so we're predicting what we think about the fable. So if we look at the next one, it says, the setting of the story takes place in the jungle. So again, from looking at this picture, go ahead and write if you agree or if you disagree. Yep, in the box on the side, yep, in the before column. Okay, then looking at our next one, it says, the lion helps the mouse because he's considered the king of the jungle. Right, A for agree or D for disagree. Our next statement says, it is better to be big and powerful to help someone. A for agree, or D for disagree. Did I skip the setting?
No, you skipped the lion helps the mouse.
Oh, okay. So let's go to that one. The lion helps the mouse because he's considered the king of the jungle. A for agree and D for disagree. Thank you for that. Two more. We have fables have simple characters and plots. A for agree, D for disagree.
You skipped a couple. It is impossible. It is impossible for.
We'll go back to it. Thank you. So let's do that one next. Ready? So it is possible for a mouse to help out a lion. A for agree, D for disagree. And we should have one more left. A fable teaches a moral lesson. A for agree or D for disagree.
You skipped another one.
Ready? And it is better to be big and powerful to help someone. A for agree, D for disagree. Okay, so then we're going to kind of go through the fable, read through the fable, and then we are going to come visit this sheet again, and we're going to decide if our opinions have changed after we've read the story, or if they'd stayed the same, if we predicted. If we can notice, it has no words in it, okay? So a fable is kind of like a story that you tell that has a moral lesson at the very end of it. So let's go ahead and kind of look at the pictures and think about what's happening. So you guys are going to help tell the story with me. Okay? So from here, what do we see? What do we see?
It looks like out in like the grassy land.
Out in grasslands.
The savannas, probably?
The savannas. Great. So looking at that setting question, where are they in the jungle? Could they possibly be in the jungle right now? No, maybe not. So maybe they're in the Sahara, but we'll keep reading, we'll keep looking through our story to see if that setting is correct. So now looking at our next picture. So we saw that we were kind of in the Sahara. What do we see now? What kind of animals? What kind of setting? What's happening in our story now? Go ahead.
It looks like an owl's going for the mouse.
Okay, so maybe the owl is coming for the mouse is running away. What else do we see? Where's he going in?
He's going into a hole in the ground, which is maybe his home.
He's going into a hole in the ground. This looks like it could be a tree, so maybe he's going inside a tree. Let's keep going on. Now what do we see? Go ahead.
It looks like he's in tall grass.
Tall grass. What is this? Can everybody see that? What do we think he's on? What do you think he's on? A lion. Let's see. Here's the next part. What do we see now? What's happening in our story? What's happening in our story?
He went to a long grass and he found out he was on a lion.
So he's running away from this owl, right? Going through the tall grass, running around on things. Maybe he doesn't know it's a lion. Does he know it's a lion now?
Yes.
He knows it's a lion now. He just got captured, caught. Now what's happening? This is the story that we saw.
He has been captured by the lion, and the lion's very furious.
He's been captured by the lion. The lion's not too happy, right? So look, if we look at our anticipation guide again, so does it still look like the lion and the mouse are friends at this point in our story? No. So did we all write disagree for that one? Anticipation guide. We're gonna go through again now that we have read through our story. We kind of have understood what our story was about, right? So looking at the first one, it says, looking at the picture in the book, the lion and the mouse are friends. Would we agree or disagree with that statement? Maybe let's think before the story, were they friends?
No.
No, not really. But what about after, towards the end of the story? Do you think that they would become maybe unlikely friends?
Yes.
Yeah, right? What's kind of told us about that? What's an example that we can use from our story?
Because the lion set the mouse free, and the mouse helped him get out of the trap.
They both kind of did something nice for each other, right? Do you think that if someone did something nice for you, you would want to kind of hang back out with them again? Yeah? All right, looking at our next one, it says, the setting of the story takes place in the jungle. What did we write for that before the story? What did we write? Disagree? Why did we write disagree?
Because in the beginning of the story, they weren't friends.
We're looking at setting.
Oh.
What
Because
kind of?
it didn't look like a jungle.
It didn't look like a jungle. What about after? Would we agree or disagree? Agree? Why would we agree?
Because the lion was trapped in the jungle.
Okay.
The mouse helped him.
Good. Anything else? Yeah.
Because where it showed the picture where it had the trucks and the people were out with in the trap setting up, and it had like trees and animals and fruit.
What country do you think this book probably took place in?
Africa.
In Africa, right? Because we had maybe something that looked like a Sahara, but we also had something that looked kind of like a jungle. Does Africa have both?
Yes.